Hi, it's Gab and Dad here to
Hello.
review another movie called The Grey, or as Dad likes to call it for some reason unknown, Mr. Grey, but it's The Grey.
It's The Grey. It could have been called Mr. Grey. It could have been called just about anything, so far as I'm concerned.
Okay, what's it about?
Oh, what's it about? It's about a plane crash in somewhere in sort of far north.
Alaska.
Well, actually, it was in British Columbia. It was shot, but anyway, I guess Alaska. And there are 7 survivors of this crash.
Well, they're oil rig workers.
Yeah, that's
they're
right.
really rough men going to work.
It's the middle of nowhere, and they're obviously trying to survive, and they are pursued.
7 survivors to begin with.
7 survivors, and they are pursued and attacked by a flock
Flock of wolves? No.
huge grey
that can't
wolves.
be right.
Tribe of wolves? What?
Club, group, I don't know.
Anyway,
Wolves.
the wolves are after them.
Really big ones.
And one by one,
They're pissed
the
off
wolves.
because it's their territory.
It's their territory. And so they're trying to sort of escape or something, slogging through the snow and wind and being attacked by wolves.
Yeah, and they also have to survive the elements, the cold,
it's cold, it blows a lot,
geography.
it's lots of snow.
So it's kind of that typical, the film Alive or The Edge. I mean, this sort of thing's been done before. This ragtag group has to survive.
Yeah, all different personalities. The mandatory black guy is in it, and the ex-con is in it.
Right.
And the usual.
Most importantly, Liam Neeson's in it.
Liam Neeson's the leader.
The only thing this really has going for it is Liam Neeson.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing going for it.
I was trying so hard.
It's not even the end of January 2012, and I've already picked my worst movie of 2012.
You heard it here first.
Mr. Grey.
Worst movie of the year.
Mr. Grey. Worst movie of 2012. Mr. Grey, or The Grey, or whatever it's called.
I don't think it's
really
that bad.
Terrible movie.
What's so bad about it?
It's terrible. Well, first of all, the whole premise is hackneyed and trite.
First of all, the premise is
it's hackneyed and trite. We've seen it a million times before. It's formulaic. The script is pathetic. It's
most of the script is
the wolves yelling. The outcome is predictable, and Liam Neeson's philosophizing about life and death and God and stuff is truly embarrassing. It is a horrible, horrible film.
I like Liam Neeson. I think he carried as much as it could be carried.
What
it was
was
all
he
about
thinking?
him.
Why is he doing this?
He has a great presence.
He's a big guy and has a deep voice.
He's the guy, he's the leader. There wasn't even any discussion amongst the men of, okay, who's going to sort of be the leader? He's the guy. He's the go-to guy.
Well, it's because he's really tall with a deep voice.
Yeah, and so, he's
like
commanding.
Abraham Lincoln.
And so that does it for me in otherwise weak films. At least I've got, I'll latch onto that. The other
really
things I would
boring.
latch on to, I agree, it was trite. And it was very laborious, I really wanted it to sort of kind of end. It's the typical, they get picked off kind of one by one. I hope that's not a spoiler. But you don't really care, and it's not done with any much flair. Although, I do have to say, I think there were a few scenes that did kind of grip me, that made me feel very uncomfortable. The crash scene.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was even vaguely good about the film was the plane crash scene, which was actually quite frightening.
It was quite gripping, and there was a couple other scenes. One where they're sort of not repelling. I don't know what the word is. They're trying to crawl across a gorge. I don't know my terminology right, but there was a few white knuckle things that I thought were done quite well.
Let me put it this way. It was all downhill after the plane crash.
No, you mean uphill?
Uphill and cross rivers. And
uphill's more negative than downhill. There wasn't enough, but it wasn't bad enough. B movie
do not
bad,
go and see this
that it's
movie.
fun. Although we were laughing quite a bit. Well, there's a lot of
we weren't supposed to laugh.
Exactly. If it wasn't, my point being, getting back to, if it wasn't for Liam Neeson, if I came across this on TV, I probably wouldn't even watch it on TV. Would you watch it on an airplane?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Not even a plane that was crashing. I wouldn't watch it.
Wouldn't even watch it on a plane that was crashing. Oh, and a bit of the phileasing got to me just a little bit.
Oh, it was pathetic. It was like...
I was grasping. Okay, how many dads?
2.
Ooh.
The least I've ever given, I think.
Really?
I think I may even give Transformers 3 more.
We'll look back in the annals of Gab Dad.
Bad movie, bad.
I don't think it's quite so bad. I'd give it 3 Gabs.
3 is pretty low for you.
Out of 5. It's pretty low for me, yeah. I'm generous because of Mr. Neeson and the Grey.
Sorry.
Or Mr. Grey.
Sorry.
Don't go see Mr. Grey.
Do I hear the sound of...
Oh!